Hi, I'm James Montemagno, a program manager here at Microsoft. And today I'm going to show you how to install and set up Visual Studio 2019 for mobile .NET development with Xamarin. So let's get started. Here I am on visualstudio.com, where you can learn about all of our best-in-class tools for any developer. I'm going to go ahead and tap on Downloads. Those will bring me to the download and installation page, and I'm going to install Visual Studio 2019. Now, if you already have a Visual Studio account, you can go ahead and install the Enterprise or Professional, but here I'm going to install the free Community Edition. When I tap on that, it's going to bring me to the installation page, and I'm going to hit Save. At any time, I can come and learn about getting started, how to build apps, or learn more about Visual Studio. Now once it's downloaded, I'm going to tap on Run. This will launch the Visual Studio installer. When the Visual Studio installer runs, there's a few more steps it needs before we can select the Xamarin workload. So we'll give it a few seconds to prepare here. Now what we're presented with is a series of workloads, so the type of development that we want to do. So .NET Desktop, ASP.NET, or Azure development. To go to Xamarin, we're going to go under Mobile and Gaming. And here's mobile development with .NET, Xamarin. I'll go ahead and check that checkbox, and this will install every single thing that I need for mobile .NET development with Xamarin. Now you can always rerun the Visual Studio installer from the Start menu, so you can add additional workloads. But let's go ahead and hit Install. Now this will start up and download everything that I need to get started installing Visual Studio 2019 and the Xamarin workload. Here we have the ability to actually start Visual Studio 2019 after the install. We'll just go ahead and turn that off for now. Now while you're waiting just a few minutes for Visual Studio 2019 to install, let me show you where you can get more information to learn about mobile development with Xamarin. Here I am at docs.microsoft.com, your one-stop shop for all Microsoft documentation. Now all you got to do is tap on Xamarin to go to our Xamarin documentation homepage, where you can learn how to get started building beautiful native apps with Xamarin, or come and learn more about Android or iOS specifics. What I love are the brand new quick starts and tutorials to get you starting building mobile applications faster than ever. And now we'll just wait for Visual Studio 2019 to finish installing. Now that Visual Studio 2019 has finished installing, we'll go ahead and hit Launch. This will launch Visual Studio, and we'll go ahead and minimize the installer. Now if you already have a Visual Studio account, you can go ahead and sign in or create one. And that's great because it will save your preferences across machines. We'll go ahead and say not now, maybe later. Here we can go ahead and pick our development settings. I'm going to say Visual C# and pick the theme that you like. I love the default brand new blue theme. And now all I have to do is hit Start Visual Studio. It'll finish the preparation in just a few moments. Now with Visual Studio 2019, we have a brand new Getting Started experience. I'm able to immediately clone or check out code, open an existing project or folder, or create a new project. I can even start Visual Studio without any code at all. But we're going to go ahead and create a new Xamarin project. So I'll say Create a New Project. Here I'm able to select between language types, platform, and project types. So here I can go to Mobile, and this will filter down to all of the mobile application templates that we have from Android or iOS development, Android Wear or watchOS, or any of the other project templates. All I need to do to create a cross-platform C#.NET mobile app with Xamarin for iOS and Android is select on Mobile App. When I tap Next, we'll go ahead and name our project. We'll leave it as App 1 and hit Create. Then I'm prompted here from a series of templates. From a master detail, tabbed page, or a brand new blank application, I can select the platform and hit OK. And just like that, we've started to create our very first iOS and Android .NET enabled mobile application powered by Xamarin. And there you have it. We've just installed Visual Studio 2019 for .NET mobile development with Xamarin and created our very first iOS and Android project. If you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out, and thanks for watching.